No, we're going to win this game. Hello, my friends. It's Johnaroth. Happy New Year to you. And part of the new year, I wanted to start by playing my absolute favorite two colors, Dimir, black and blue, with an older commander, Zareth the Trickster. Zareth is 3 colorless, 1 blue, 1 black, for a 4/4 with flash, which means you can cast him on your opponent's turn, very crucial. And you can pay 2 and a blue and a black to return an unblocked attacking row you control and put this card into the battlefield. Not really applicable in this deck, but it is a nice little bonus. Whenever Zareth deals combat damage to a player, you may put target permanent from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. So Zareth you can cast on your opponent's turn, swing in on your turn, hit them, and basically take anything from their graveyard that you want. Now, what type of shell do we have for a commander like this? This is an almost pure control shell. Lots of counter spells, lots of removal spells, card attacking. A lot of those types of effects. We have things like Counterspell, Tails, and Flusterstorm, a Pact of Negation for our commander. Removing cards from our opponent's hand through Thoughtseize and those types of cards. Lots of removal like Go for the Throat, Bitter Triumph, etc. Matter of fact, there's also a lot of board wipes in this deck as well to help clear the field. And then we do kind of focus on some very high power top end cards like Expropriate, River's Rebuke, and Treasure Cruise to help get more turns and clear the board. So I wanted to take Zareth back and see if he's as good and as powerful today as he was back in the day. So let us take Zareth into the queue and see if we can steal some wins for victory. Let's go. Okay, our very first game is against Odric, Lunarch Marshal. Sand is pretty decent, not bad, lots of removal, but then our deck is made to have lots of removal. Let's put down a land here. See what our opponent does. Okay, our opponent's going to get out an Ornithopter. We're just going to go ahead and kill the Ornithopter now. Go ahead and put down a Marsh Flats. I'm gonna go ahead and surveil at this point. Really, the goal is just to kill off everything that our opponent has that's gonna give him advantage. Egrix is actually pretty good for us if we can get Egrix out. Okay, our opponent has a Guardian of New Benalia. That's not good. He is hurting for mana though. That is good. Let's end the turn here. Okay, our opponent did get a land. Opponent has a Illuminator. Let's go ahead and kill that off now, because that has double strike. Very powerful. Let's go ahead and put down a Cavern of Souls, and we're going to say Merfolk. And then I'm going to go for... Do we go for the One Ring? Yeah, let's go for the One Ring here. That'll protect us for a turn. Because he probably will get out Odric. Maybe? No? Okay, this is like, this is a creature-centric, kind of focused on like double strike, those types of effects, it looks like, more than likely. I'm going to go ahead and pull the One Ring to draw another card. And then let's go ahead and wipe the board here. I'm just going to say, well, let's just say 2. Opponent's going to summon his commander. Let's go ahead and let's use the One Ring again to draw some more cards. Go ahead and get out Ashiok here, and let's get some blockers going to protect ourselves from Odric. You want to start being careful with the One Ring because that could be a problem. He just happened to draw the card that he needed, so good for our opponent. Let's put down a land. Let's go ahead and kill off the Sky Crier. Maybe? Oh, it's gonna cast Teferi's Protection here. Okay. Let's go ahead and cast Sauron's Ransom in response. See if we can get some good cards here. Our opponent has to decide what cards, what are the piles of cards here. I'm going to choose this pile of cards. We'll choose this Nightmare to be the ringleader. Let's go ahead and counter the Teferi's Protection. Basically just keeping ourselves safe from harm here. I'm not going to attack. Our opponent's going to get out a Loran. He could target the One Ring, but it's not going to hurt the One Ring. Our opponent's going to try to get double strike here. We're going to counter that. Now he can get flying, unfortunately. We are starting to get low on life, which is concerning. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use the Rise of Zozin here to wipe the board. And let's go ahead and use the Cling to Dust now to take the Geist Blade away so that he doesn't get that double strike. We gain some life back. Wow, he has Elspeth the Stormslayer. That's pretty good. It's going to create some tokens here. Doesn't really matter. Let's take away the Illuminator, I guess. Illuminator. Let's take that out. He can make an artifact or creature indestructible. Okay, that's good to know. Let's go ahead and kill off Elspeth right now. Then I'm going to go ahead and put down a land. We are getting low on life, so let's go ahead and get out Egrix here. Hopefully this is where we can start to pull ahead. We've worn our opponent down. He can't cast his commander this turn unless he has another land. Apparently we just lost our connection to the game because, you know, That seems to happen whenever we're winning. Okay, let's see what our opponent does here. Let's get back in. Let's go ahead and draw. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pay the 2 for the Smothering Tithe. I don't want my opponent getting treasures. Let's go ahead and put down a land. Let's go ahead and swing in with Egrix here. I probably shouldn't have put down the land, quite honestly. I might be punished for that. Yep, I am. Oh well. Okay, we're gonna gain some life back here. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. Keeping up Zareth, keeping up our Fire Lord. I can't believe we made that mistake about the land. That was my bad. Sorry for the misplay on that. And we seem to be losing our server again. What is going on? Reconnect. No, we're going to win this game. You're not going to disconnect me. End the turn. Opponent's going to enchant a creature. He's basically creating some blockers here. Let's go ahead and get out Zareth. We're going to pass and end the turn here. Let's draw. We will go ahead and pay the 2 for the Smothering Tithe. Let's swing in for a hit here. I'm just going to go ahead and use the Cling to Dust now, just to get the firebending off. Gain some more life back. Hey, I don't think our opponent maybe knows what Zozan does. Gonna protect his creature here, giving it indestructible. Gonna hit our opponent for a hit, and let's use Zozan here. What do we want? What do we want to take from our opponent? Let's take the Illuminator. And we'll take the Illuminator here. Let's go ahead and get out our Unstoppable Slasher. Let's go ahead and get out our Murderous Rider, and then let's go ahead and put down a land, and hopefully we can close out the game this turn. We'll see. Our opponent can cast his Commander. So they do have Vigilance and First Strike. It's our turn. We're gonna draw. Let's go ahead and pay the 2. And let's swing in for a massive hit here. Okay, he's gonna try to kill the Unstoppable Slasher, I guess. Okay. We're gonna let blocks happen here. Opponent is down to 4. What do we want? We want to get back Loran, the Jawbone, Duelist. Let's go for 3 here. We're going to take action. We're going to say 3. Let's get the Skycrier. All right, let's just get the Skycrier. That's fine. That's fine. I don't really care. Okay, let's put down a land here. Phyrexian Arena. We're just going to keep up the Force of Negation. Opponent has a farm hand. He's going to get a basic plains. He's going to transform the farm hand. Opponent's going to swing in with everything. I'm going to go ahead and block Odric here. Gain some life. And this is where we are going to swing in and win the game, overpowering Odric. That was a really long first game, but really good. One thing I know, you'll notice I stopped using the One Ring pretty quickly in the game. The One Ring is a very powerful card, but you have to keep that life total in mind as you go through the game and recognize that it will be there the rest of the game, pinging you every single turn. It's kind of like the same with Black Market Connections or Arena. All really good, strong, powerful cards, but keep in mind the life total. Good game, opponent. Okay, our second game is against Red 6, Planeswalker, very powerful. We're going to go ahead and keep this hand. This is not bad. The Dark Ritual is going to help us out a ton. We could ramp into Zareth pretty early in the game. That will be pretty important. Red 6, if you're not familiar with it, is just... oh, and he has a Gemstone Cavern. Wow. Okay. We're going to have to alter our plan a little bit now. Because he'll be able to get out his commander already. Okay. We're going to change our mind here on what we're doing, because he... as a turn 1 Red 6, I don't want him getting lands back all the time here. Let's go ahead and put down the Watery Grave. We're going to cast Dark Ritual here. We're going to use part of that mana to cast an Arcane Signet, and then we're going to use the rest of it to kill off Red 6. Let's go do some Faithless looting. He'll probably maybe put a land in the graveyard, potentially. I don't know. He is kind of low on... no, he's not going to yet. Opponent did get a land. Gets a Scavenging Ooze. Let's just put down a land and pass the turn here. Opponent does have enough mana to play Red 6 again. See if our opponent's going to go for it. What we really need here is one more land, and then we'll be in decent shape. But we'll see. Opponent has enough mana for Red 6. Opponent's going to try to cast his commander again. We're going to counterspell that. Got Jace onto the battlefield here. Let's go ahead and send back the ooze to our opponent's hand. Opponent does have Chandra, which is pretty good. Get him some ramp. Okay, he's going to exile a card. Just does some damage to us directly. Let's go ahead and use Jace here to see what we can find. I'm going to go ahead and put back our 2 cards here with Cyclonic Rift on top. Let's go ahead and put down a land. Let's go ahead and put down the Terminus. And then I'm going to go ahead and kill off Chandra. Just removing that Planeswalker. Getting us a lot of more mana. We've kind of out-ramped a red-green deck, which is really good. Yeah, our opponent's probably going to go for an Oracle of Medaya here, more than likely, I would assume. No, he goes for the ooze again. Okay. Perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and draw some more cards. We really need some lands here more than anything else. We did not get the lands we needed, but that's all right. Let's put back the Expropriate and the Cyclonic Rift. Then I'm going to go ahead and cast Shieldred here. And I don't like giving up the Fel of the Profane, but we need lands, so I'll go ahead and make do. Opponent is going to probably start gobbling some stuff up with the ooze. Perfectly fine. We do only have 1 card, but it's a good one. It's a Strict Serenade. I'm hoping our opponent tries to cast his... put down land and cast his commander, but either way, if he tries to cast the Oracle, okay, he's going to go for the Ice Till Explorer. That's another must-answer card here. We're going to counter that. We're going to gain some life from Shieldred. Let's go ahead and use Jace's ability to draw some cards. And we'll put back the Expropriate and the Witness Protection here. The Expropriate on top. I just want to make sure we're getting our land. Let's go ahead and put down our land. And I just don't even want him to get the mana, so I'm going to cast Cyclonic Rift now. Removing the bird and his mana, and then bouncing the Scavenging Ooze back to his hand. On our next turn, we're going to cast Expropriate. I think we can win the game pretty easily here. So let's swing in with Shieldred. Hit our opponent for 4. Opponent does go for an Oracle Medaya. And yeah, it's way over. On our turn, what we're going to do is we're going to draw expropriate, which means we get at least one turn, if not two more turns. Then we're going to draw 3 more cards because of Jace, which is going to gain us 6 more life. We'll be at 30 some life. We'll take multiple turns. Our opponent's probably not going to get another turn. So yeah, they're pretty dead. Now, in this specific game, we didn't really get to use our commander too much, but having a really powerful, good shell of a Dimir deck allows you to win games sometimes where you don't even need your expensive commander. Good game. Thank you, my friends, for watching another one of my videos. This one featuring Zareth, the Trickster. Zareth is okay. I would put him at probably about a C level as far as power level goes. I would say if you asked me this question maybe like 3 years ago, I probably would have put him at maybe a B, low B power level. But with power creep and those types of things, he does cost a lot to get onto the battlefield. Keeping 5 mana open, even if it's on your opponent's turn, can sometimes be problematic. But luckily you do have a deck here that has good control, lots of counter spells, and basically helps you set up your commander to go for those types of wins. So he is still fairly good. I did get paired against a variety of different opponents, but I also did get paired against a lot of strong commanders, the Ajani's, the Vivis, those types. So please be forewarned on that. The deck list is in the description below. Please don't forget to like. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to leave a comment talking about Zareth or another commander you'd like me to look into, or your New Year's resolution. I don't really care as long as I talk to you, part of the Magic community. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.